Hey there. We had some hiccups last time that hopefully we can correct. I need some walking around money first. Let's get some cyberspace cocaine here. And something we need to say about before, super hot tip we got today was is that apparently your evasion stat is tied to your hit rate. So like maybe it lowers the enemy's evasion or something. Story-wise, but like mechanically, your evasion affects your hit rate. Shadowrun is the password. We need like, well, $1,000 total to get Freya to join our team so we can get a Icarus Descending. Password is Hairy Nips. It's a very popular password. Let's go to the CPU. But yeah, so if we max out the evasion on this deck, we might have a very good chance of doing a Mitsuhama run. We're not even going to try. We're not even going to try to deceive it. Hey, Fat Cat. Hey, Faco. Because we've got great response time. So if our evasion is our hit rate, I think we will be in great shape. Then we'll just have to worry about, like, you know, the meat space part of the corp run where we get shredded by corporate security. So I think we'll probably want to get some walking around money pass for Shadowrun. I think we're going to have to get the illegal body armor from the crime mall just for the way our group is built. We probably don't want to be walking around in armor jackets anymore. So it's 30,000 to get everybody the body armor. 1,000 for Freya, which gets us in Icarus Descending, and then whatever the fuck. Oh, fuck. We need more. Oh, God. We actually need a lot of money for Icarus Descending because we have to buy the contact, which is a Decker contact. Great for us. Man, didn't even have to shut down the CPU that time. I don't know how much Caleb's contact is going to ask. Probably 5,000 knowing Icarus Descending. That's where rich people go. Hey, Bane. 3,000, 500, 600, 2,500. Actually, you know what? We'll only have to buy Freya the one time because we won't be doing any runs for a little bit. So we can definitely afford to get inside the club and buy her services briefly. She knows the secret elf handshake for Icarus Descending. I'd like to go in 75 creds. I suppose we can hear her story before she joins. She's a somewhat interesting character, but... I'm looking for some information. What's your story? I hear you're the new golden child, #1 with a bullet and all that jazz. So I guess I can trust you. I'm Freya. When I was young, I discovered I had latent magical skills. Not great, just latent. My tribe, the Cascade Crow, viewed Hermetic mages as blasphemous, so I ran away and fell in with a radical political group. They trained me to become an assassin, using magic as my weapon, with corporate officials as my targets. I did my job, no sweat. But I grew tired of their control over me and escaped into the shadows. You're a political assassin and then you escaped in the shadows. I'm pretty sure you've fucking been there the whole time, Freya. Questions. Do you know about a Johnson named Vigor? He's too slick for his own good. The contracts are good and there's no doubt that the Nuyin's good, but there's more going on with him than meets the eye. Be careful of that one. Do you know of any Johnsons in the area? Well, there's Julius Strother, who I like to do runs for. He's got a booth reserved over at Matchsticks in downtown Seattle. He's as close to an honest dwarf as you'll find in this sprawl. Fair with your contracts and your pay. He is a dwarf, I knew it. So that implies that the bartender of the Jump House is also a dwarf. Some questions answered. No, different subject. Good runner. Very briefly. Just short term. Thank you. Tell me more. Get out of the fucking way, Freya. A couple problems with Freya is, I think, out of the box she's very strong, but you can get better casters that are shittier and you build them properly. You'd think we're in Matchsticks, Justin, because there's giant M's on the wall, but Matchsticks is the bar in downtown Seattle. This is Penumbra District. It's weird that she would always work with Julia Strother, but then hang out in that club, because that's a very expensive club, although I guess she's just famous enough they let her in, because she's a good-looking lady. That's how nightclubs work even in 2050. Yeah, see, just some arbitrary buildings. I think the Space Needle is all M's, and I think one of the abandoned buildings is all M's. That's just a popular facade in Seattle. All right, let's see if she knows the secret handshake. That's a hot tip if it's true. I'd like to go in. The Elven Bouncer. Oh, here we go. The elven bouncer looks you over with obvious contempt, then gazes at your elf companion. Normally we frown on breeders here, but since you're with family, I guess we can seat you. We could have just got Phantom. Phantom's probably cheaper. Oh well. We're in. There's no runner. Actually, I think Stark stays in Icarus Descending, doesn't he? Here we go. 2 elven bodyguards, so cybered and wired they hum, block your passage to the darkened booth. You decide that this is not the appropriate time to make friends or enemies and move on. Well, there's 1,000 credits gone forever. So I think even though you can get in Icarus Descending with an elf, I think you need raw reputation before Caleb will speak to you. Is that a Predator heavy pistol, young lady? It is. You know what? I want my fucking money back. I'm selling all your stuff and firing you. I think we can maybe break even if we do that. Run Raku Arcology. Here we come. Justin's favorite song. Even by Sega Genesis standards, this is a pretty shitty track. I've been living in the shadows ever since. You fucked up by trusting me, girlie. 2000. Whoa. Wowie, what is this? Spell Focus Hellblast? We don't cast Hellblast on a shaman. No real reason. We just already have Mana Blast. Aligned Duster? Yeah, my ass, you were killing corporate officials in this shitty getup. Look at that. Look at all that money we made. I think you can find your way back to Icarus Descending with your family. I only hire runners with 2 words for their name. There's the drums. I didn't mind the Sega Genesis. I didn't mind the Super Nintendo Shadowrun, but this one definitely has way more replay value to it. Yeah, it looked nicer. Super Nintendo looked nicer. Grenades are for sale. No. That guy gets around that Italian grenade merchant. We have some money for our evasion stat, I believe. Evasion. Yep, we're only at level 3, so we can get up to 6. Alright, we need probably close to 20,000 to get the evasion maxed out, but then that'll be about as strong as this deck can possibly be in Mitsuhama. We could get another level in attack, but I think her attack's already 7 or 8, isn't it? Our attack is 7. 8 attack would be 8 attack should get us through the whole mid game. We shouldn't need more than 8 attack until we go to Renraku. Are we gonna leave Winston to bout? With our pocketbook for now, yes. He asks for like fucking $5,000 right now, I think. Seattle Shadowbucks, they're called. Shadowrun. The data store is right here, but blue, definitely not touching that one. Oh, I remember this map now. The CPU's on the left side. Shadowrun's from the 80s or 70s, 80s. It's definitely hard to make a buck in Shadowrun. I think in maybe the pen and paper, you lose a lot of your money to your lifestyle. Like just actually paying for all your equipment and maintaining your shitty apartment, because you're not overly well paid. You just function outside the system and basically break the law for money. Because you have no sin. Don't have your corporate identification number or whatever. But I think only like the toppest tier Shadowrunners are actually paid well. The fuck is this doing on an orange? But I mean, overall, the money's a little out of whack in this one. I don't know how well balanced the computer programs and stuff are in the pen and paper, but it's ridiculous that like 90% of the money you make in a Shadowrun Genesis playthrough goes to your cyber deck. You know, I would think like, you know, first aid kits and fetishes and stuff, like if it was more consumable dependent, but really the only constant expense you have in real space is bullets. And those are dirt cheap. Oh wow, I should have followed through with the left because going right was not a good idea. I honestly don't know a lot about pen and paper rules, to be fair. Another 60? No available storage. Well, joke's on you. What do we got here? 1500, 3600, 3000, 3000. Hello. I think really just a licensed video game these days is very risky because you probably have to pay a lot of money to the license holder. So you'd have to pay, I think it's changed hands, hasn't it? It's not FASA anymore. It's like they turned into another company, but you got to pay them and they probably want a big juicy bite in exchange for making a game with their license. I don't need to be at this shop. I don't need to be at this shop at all. But you know, if you want to make like a video game about Cory in the House, you have to pay Nickelodeon. So if your Cory in the House game doesn't do well, you're still in debt to Nickelodeon. Not bod, evasion. 10,000, and that should be max evasion on this deck. FASA did go under ages ago. Who owns Shadowrun then now? It's a shame too, because usually licensed games are dog shit. I've only a handful of licensed games I've played were good. Memorable standouts was Ghostbusters on PS3, The Warriors on PS2. I swore I played a good licensed game recently. You know, for what they had to work with, I played World War Z recently, and that was a pretty decent licensed game. I also didn't mind Sega Genesis Ghostbusters. Licensed games in that generation were a lot harder to make well. I heard good things about open world Mad Max. Shadowrun. Is Cyberpunk a licensed game? I thought that was a made-up world they created. Oh, fuck this. Trace this, homie. Oh, Cyberpunk is a real setting. Okay. I thought it was just a fictional cyberpunk setting that they just thought up because, you know, a bunch of Polish people working on The Witcher pulled the dystopian setting out of their ass. Neat. You learn something new every day. Green. Oh, fucking thank you. Oh, why am I searching a green? What am I doing? I swore I played another licensed game recently. What the hell? There's only greens on this system. I'm just jacking out of this shithole. This is like a fucking bodega land we're in. Oh, barrier always turns you down, but my god, that's like a level 2 barrier. Yeah, the Arkham Batman games were good too. I want to go all the way to the CPU. We don't want to do these side nodes. I got a free hit in there on the corpse. That's high response if you can shoot the corpse. Alright, orange. I just downloaded a fucking 20 megapulse file. What am I thinking? A 60. Now we're talking. Get this piece of shit out of there. But yeah, overall, in the past, licensed games were just utter trash, but lately they're getting less trashy, and like there were a few gems in the olden days. No available storage. See you later. Was I a PsyOps fan or a Second Sight kind of guy? Second Sight. I really liked Free Radical. Played a lot of Time Splitters. I didn't mind Haze, but I did play the Reservoir Dogs game on PS2. It was very fucking rough. Got some data to sell you, homie. Useless 600, 800, useless 1500. Ugh. Not a good run. I need 15,000 to max out our evasion. I'm not in a deceiving mood. I'm just going to blast my way through this one. The hell? Normally you don't have to go through an I.O. port to get to the CPU. But if that tip was right, and it's skill with at computers plus evasion plus your raw stats, And the only odd man out is the level of your attack program coupled with the level of the defending program. I should have a very high hit rate. This is a little concerning. That was very concerning. Just a middle of the road trace and burn. That's actually probably just trace and dump. Doubt it would even hurt me. Was I a monkey picker in multi? No, I didn't have fucking... I had a soul, fat cow. I always picked Cap and Ash. That was my go-to when I played Time Splitters. I fucking hated people that picked the monkey and the duck. Clip inside walls and shit on Siberia. Black ice again? Where am I? Was Alpha Protocol licensed? Because I really liked Alpha Protocol. I'm in City Hall right now. Jesus Christ, got enough fucking data stores? That was a red. That CPU was red. We might find a red data store here. Jesus Christ, City Hall does not fuck around. All red. We get a bunch of 60 megapulses in here, and Roscoe doesn't laugh at us. Good money. Off we go. Man, a red data node. What a fucking world. We're alive. What a time to be alive, too. So I guess it's City Hall and Hollywood Correctional. There's another... There you go. There's another map that has a red data store in it. I don't even remember it. I don't remember ever coming to City Hall through a random system search. I'm sure a Shadowrun could send you here, but... probably just grab some 50s, too. Can't wait out a bunch of 60 megapulse files, even if it is a red node. It's a shame we can't bookmark this system. Remember, though, I guess if we start in the top left, it's going to be City Hall. God damn it, I wish I could go up and down, but it's only left or right. Red 5, that's a pretty dangerous node. I'm pretty sure my deck's going to fill up soon, but... These will be some beautiful multipliers. If I can get a fucking good file size. 60. I don't know how much room I have left. 20. Am I a fan of those 90s point-and-click games? No, I'm no good at them. When I was very young, I got a copy of Dare to Dream 3, and I never got past the first area, and that terrible skill at adventure games carried on into adulthood. And I had a bad computer when I was a kid, so I never really played Monkey Island or any of that shit. Deck's full of what? Oh, I grabbed a 60 and didn't notice. Okay, see ya. Roscoe, don't fuck me on this, please. Useless, useless, useless. 10,000! 9,000! As you can tell, that was a pretty fucking substantial jump. Normally 3,000 was the limit on an orange file. Wow. It's a shame we got fucking hosed and half those were flagged as useless. There's a disturbance up ahead. Gang's going pro? Nobody fucking cares. Well, considering we pretty much shredded some red nodes, a red CPU no less. Come quickly, my master needs help. Not without Winston. This is horrible. Where's your compassion? The Watcher vanishes. Not without Winston, my friend. Also, your wizard master gets fucking beat up a lot by the Eyefires. I think he's starting shit. Just you wait till Joshua gets here. Maximum. Perfect. And then masking is to defeat tracer identification programs, which might actually slow down trace and burns. Our speed is max. Our health is maxed. I mean, the problem with the bot stat is like only, I think like 2 forms of ice hit you, and they're not very common. Yeah, I have. Come quickly. Were you just waiting at this intersection this whole time? Slot off, Fragface. I don't think that Sega CD Shadowrun's going to get translated anytime soon. It has been a very long time. We have 20,000 Nuyen to our name, even after all that. So let's grab Winston again. I think I could probably learn Japanese quicker than they can translate Sega CD Shadowrun. I think it's just coded really weird too. It's not just a matter of raw translation. Hello, Winston. What do you charge these days? 5,400. Go fuck yourself. We're gonna have to do a bunch of Redmond runs to lower that price. But the next time someone says, "Come quickly, my master needs help," we can go, because I'm confident fighting with Winston. So I need 30,000 Nuyen total for our body armor, which also means we'll have to fight the Lone Star whenever they approach us, because it's illegal body armor. It might not be detected as easily as weapons, but I think if you have anything illegal in inventory, they'd like, hey, I think this guy's packing. Is this City Hall? It's not. God, I wish City Hall was the system we're on. So we're at 19,000, so we need 10,000. 10,000 will get us up to our body armor, and then I really don't want to waste time. I don't want to spend a lot of time leveling up attack. It's just really going to suck if we have to get attack maxed out for this run. Yeah, it's just... You know, I've had this game for years. I've played it for years. I grew up with it, but I'm no good at playing at low level. I just don't know how. Because it's stat-based, right? It's like it's hard to rationalize playing the game with an intentionally low hit rate and success rate. Because there's not a lot of skill in the gameplay per se. It's like you just press a button and then it's a... You pass the check, you fail the check. No. Yeah, like Knights of the Republic. I guess really any game that tries to very accurately line up with a pen and paper rule set. Like, well, Morrowind isn't based on pen and paper, but Morrowind had the same problem. It's like you're just stabbing at a dude and they're making that miss noise, and you're like, okay, I see what you were going for here, but maybe no. Well, we're at 5 already. That was really quick. I must have zoned out. Got some data to sell, homie. 500 useless. Go fuck yourself, Roscoe. Wowie. God, I wish we had fucking City Hall backed up. That was an amazing system. You'd probably clear 20 or 30,000 million if you don't get fucked on useless files at City Hall. Whew. This might be another bodega. One shot the fucking entry port. That's the CPU? What? That's a green. I am not loving this network. Yeah, the thing is, you're absolutely right. Like, we can try to get a Shadowrun that sends us to City Hall, but I don't think we can tell until we do the run. And it's probably only Vigor and email data. These are just email addresses, Roscoe. Probably Vigor or Caleb would give us one in City Hall, because that was a pretty powerful system. I don't think Mortimer Reed would ever send us to City Hall. They don't say, like, they vaguely say what you're doing, but I don't think they explicitly say the system they're going to send you to. Green. Why did I go to it knowing it was green? I did play quite a bit of the 360 Shadowrun Bane. I played it pretty seriously for a few months, and then, like, it wasn't a very popular game, so the community dropped off early on, and then I just moved on. I didn't play Boston Chronicles. Was Boston Chronicles the online one? I think it was the other day I was... Because it was Shadowrun Returns and then Shadowrun Online. And it was either Shadowrun Online, the subtitle was Boston Chronicles, or there was a third game, Boston Chronicles. I'll grab a 40 here. Okay, so Boston Chronicles was separate. Okay. I haven't played either one. Ooh, I hope I can actually navigate to the node in time. Leave node might be an action that gets us kicked out. This is a real shit system. No data stores behind the CPU, which is a little silly to put them behind the CPU. You'd think it'd be behind, like, some SPUs for security or something, but the good systems always put their data right behind the CPU. More email addresses. Deck's full. Roscoe, 1,200 useless. 3,000 useless. You fuck. Think he's just bankrupt after that City Hall run I gave him. 18,000. Fucking Still haven't recovered the money from hiring Winston. I'm just gonna bail if it's this shitty network again. Oh, this is City Hall. Just start fucking blasting, Joshua. We're riding this one into the sunset. This is great because once we get... that's not true. I want a Maglock passkey as well. If we got the big money coming our way, we need the 30,000 for the body armor, which we have 18,000 of, so we need 10,000, and then another 20,000 for the Maglock key. And that's most of our major purchases outside the cyber deck. Right, this is that trace and burn we had trouble hitting. Wow, he was right. Evasion is a big deal. Am I going to get an illegal weapon permit? We could. Did one of our contacts have it, or is it one of the contacts we're missing? Might as well get the illegal weapon permit to stay out of trouble with Lone Star, because Lone Star has very thick body armor. I'm not confident Winston can actually pierce it reliably. Holy fucking Christ, evasion is a big deal. Look at that. We didn't miss a single time on that ice. I think the illegal weapon permit does function properly. That's going to be a black ice again. Pretty solid hit he just got off on me, unfortunately. I'm about to die. That's a shame. Because it burned the attack program on us. That's a big problem. And I think we were already injured from the last time that black ice hit us, so oops. Which does suck, because that was City Hall. Okay, do this. Ahead of you is a man lying on the street. Oh, I wish someone would cast heal wounds on me too. I will help you. As you bend down to start first aid, the man's eyes flash red and you catch a glint of fangs as he hisses at you. With supernatural agility, he attacks. With supernatural agility, he's going to get fucking punched in the throat by Winston. Holy shit. It looks like Winston just stuck his arm out and the guy ran into it and fell over. Ahead of you is a man lying on the street. He seems to be hurt badly. Yeah, I fucking think I know the story here. It's the fucking vampire again. Oh my god. There's always next time, huh, fella? We don't need to fix the deck for that, Justin, because that was attacking me directly. Your NPCP only needs to be repaired if the cyber deck gets attacked by the other ice. Magic. No. Whoa, what is this? Magical defense. Really? I thought body armor never worked on magic, but that might just be your base. Yeah, it's just your base based on your stats, I believe. Look at that. He doesn't fucking care about physical. What is it? I think fire is considered physical magic and mana blast is considered mana. Neat. I never even realized that. I never realized you could see your defense when you're not a wizard. Are you fully healed? Perfect. Come quickly, my master needs help. It better not be a fucking vampire. Look, some new meat to tenderize. Get 'em, boys. Yeah, okay. Better luck next time, guys. Yeah, someone said fire's magic, so I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what magic you'd be protected by. Oh, some more people that are glad I'm playing Shadowrun. Glad to hear it. Fun game. Not City Hall, though. That sucks. That really sucks that fucking tar paper screwed us, because that also launched the Black Ice right to a Red Alert, which makes them that much stronger. We might not be able to fight a Red Alert Black Ice, which was our problem in Mitsuhama, I guess. We were trying to jack into those systems during an active alert. Hey, Matt. But also, I guarantee you in vanilla that City Hall has a tar pit on that fucking CPU. So we would have lost our level 7 attack there. Where are we? It sucks because it doesn't... It's just an unlisted system, I think. Well, no, if it's... City Hall was labeled City Hall, but I think this is just a generic unlabeled system. Ooh, this might be at least an orange. It might be a red. That's a very high-level ace. Orange. Yeah, just a lot of 40s today. I grabbed a 30 like an idiot. Yeah, this is an unlisted system. It's a big one, though. It's a pretty big map. Am I even... Did you see that? I'm a little tipsy, I guess. I failed to operate the node successfully. Search the data stone. $2,000, useless, 600, 2,000. That's not terrible. We're close to the body armor. Well, closer. I need another really juicy haul and we can get that body armor going. And then we should actually call up, I think it's Sergeant Mackelman that gives us the weapon permit. We'll see what he asks for. A powerful system this is not. I think this is green, if I remember this system. The orange is the bottom one. Yeah. See, that's one of the ice that can directly attack the deck and fuck up our NPCP. But that normally doesn't happen, so we normally don't have to fix our deck. If we wanted to be super frugal, I think there's a program that repairs our NPCP, and we could use that when we're just facing off against something easy like a barrier or an access. think I got a lot of baby files here. Oh, there's some decent ones. What do we need? 7,000 here? 36, 12, 24, 25. We got enough. Let's call up the Sarge. We might be missing the guy that actually gives us the weapon permit. I'd like to procure your services. Yeah, he just gets us into the prison. Nice chatting with you. Captain Quentin James is, I think he just sells guns. Yeah, I think we're missing the guy that sells us the weapon permit. No, Christ, I got to insult him to get off the phone. Slut off. Actually, we got to make sure we have just enough spillover to get a cab there and back. We do. We have like $2,000 to spare. The P Barons. And then I guess we'll have a little extra spillover because we're going to sell the armor jackets. Weapons and equipment. His code is Lumpy. And then let's see who buys it for the cheapest. Armor is 10,000. 10,000. So if we sided with the Mafia here, we'd get a discount. But we might as well upgrade to the heavy combat armor by siding with the Yakuza. So that's what we're going to do. What do these clowns charge for a mag key? 30,000? Yeah, definitely go through the contact. We can get a level 5 for 20,000, which is a fucking hilarious discount. Okay, we're going to go from 3 pips on weapons and 5 pips on guns. It's actually not that much bigger of a jump, but it might be the difference between a miss and a hit. Okay. Just make sure we don't accidentally sell it at a massive loss. There we go. And then we'll double check that I didn't fuck it up. Combat armor. Well, it says right here light combat armor. They all have light combat armor. Perfect. Try calling the Sarge. I'm pretty sure we just talked with the Sarge, and all he did was give us tips on Hollywood. Oh, you mean Sergeant Macklemore. Procure your services. Tips to avoid detection. And then corporate security procedures. Yeah, all he does is get us into the prison. There is a dude that sells us a weapon permit. I think this is a guy. He just works at the prison. One of the contacts works at Lone Star, and I think they clear a criminal record and sell us a weapon permit. Is it another vampire? Nope. Now let's get back to the big city. So what's left here, really? We have the best body armor we can get without chumming up the Yakuza. We've got pretty good deck. Good spells on Walking Bear. The mag key. We need the mag key. So, 20,000. Unlisted, no iced. Look at this. It goes from the port right to the CPU. This is a fucking bodega again. This is just some shitty, like a drive-through only Dunkin' Donuts or something. Or the East Side Mirio's in a bad part of town. Yeah, green data store. What the fuck? Yeah, it's true that armor doesn't do anything against magic, so I guess when you're fighting the actual final boss, you're kind of on your own. So really, I just want some biotech on Walking Bear, although I think we confirmed last time that Heal Wounds doesn't care what your essence is, and I was thinking of Arcanum, so the only reason not to use Heal Wounds is if the fight's falling apart too quickly, because it takes a while to cast, and you can like dump a medkit into someone instantly while the game's paused. But just because we're using Spurs on Winston and Walking Bear's a little lackadaisical when we're in a combat situation, is we want as much defense as we can get here. The big problem is going to be when they split up on me in Mitsuhama. So I'm going to need to take it real slow, Daddy-o, so they don't do that. I'll take 40. And of course... Well, it's a Dunkin' Donuts because we're in Seattle. I don't think they have Tim Hortons in Seattle. We're role-playing as a man from Seattle. Actually, they don't specifically say where Joshua's from. I mean, Michael is in Seattle, but they don't specifically say where Joshua's from. Green? My deck's full already? Oh, good work, Joshua. $600, $1,600, $2,000, $800. That's not 20,000 million. I can sell a medkit for full price as long as it has one use. Yep. It's just we're dealing with much larger sums these days. Harry Nips again. Very popular password. This fucking dump network again. Or it's... I gotta go through an extra node, my god. I miss City Hall. Email data. Everybody wants it. Is this just emails? There we go. God damn it. There are other files in the database, Joshua. There's a 60. I think the deck's full. Yep. $2,400, $1,200, $2,400, $2,000. Wow, that was actually a decent run. Especially for oranges. Not only were they all real files, they were all very profitable files. And we're just shy of the mag key. No reason to call one with this close, but can't afford it. Actually, maybe it was 30,000 for the good one. Because we want the level 5. A level 4 will get us through most of the game, but we'll need a level 5 for Enraku, so we might as well get out of the way. Oh, it's City Hall. It's funny because in Shadowrun, the corporations effectively run the world, so you would think that the City Hall would functionally be a shithole with a bad network. Because the corporations have all the power and they own most of the land. But apparently, Seattle City Hall doesn't quite fuck around. Ooh, I think I went the wrong way. We're going through another IO port. I think I was supposed to cut through the SPU instead. Making me a little nervous here with these misses, though. There we go. Okay, never mind. We cut through the IO port again. There's the SPU, and the CPU should be right to the east. And then we're at that juicy, juicy red data store. That's a problem, though, because now we gotta fight the black ice on the CPU still. Now, technically, you could sleaze past this, but you might not fill up the data store before, you trip a red alert. Come on. Damn it, he did it again. He's just gonna fucking shred us while we wait because he's super high level now. Oh, thank God. Excellent work, Joshua. Cancel that. I really wish when you took over the CPU it would flag the color of the nodes. Almost there. Come on. There we go. To be fair, we have really low bod. Like, you're supposed to have bod for black ice, but we neglected that stat utterly. Which is a shame, because I'm pretty sure we dumped a couple, at least one surgery into durable armor on. No, maybe we didn't. Maybe we went all, Cyberize and Smart Link. Maybe we didn't put any dermal armor in. Actually, I'm dumb. Well, hang on. Dermal armor doesn't actually protect you from black ice, but raises your body, which does protect you from black ice. We'll double check. We'll double check the stats when we jack out. I definitely only want 60s. Am I doing the Matrix special mission? Yes, that's why we made Joshua Decker, Harley. So we can do the Matrix side quest. We're not doing it right now. We're just trying to do the story. We've made almost no story progress, all things considered. Spent a lot of time just grinding stats and getting our party ready. But I mean, our party is almost done. I want all 60s. Imagine coming all this way, hitting a red data node, and walking over the 20 megapulse file. Looks like a couple people aren't sure about this black ice bod thing. We really have to check now when we get out. There's some doubt. There's some doubt of my wild theory. No available storage, I'll take it. All 60s. Roscoe, do not fuck me. Don't you dare fuck me. $7,500, $3,000, $6,000, $6,000, $12,000 new yen. Tar pits are dog shit. We've specifically hacked this version to turn all tar pits into tar paper, because tar pits just, you reset the game when you hit tar pits. Alright, stats. There we go, I knew it. Resists damage from weapons, firearms, physical spells, and black ice. And dermal plating boosts your body stats. So even though it shouldn't protect you from black ice, because it raises your raw stat, dermal plating does protect a decker from black ice. So technically one level in body would be good, but we didn't. We went all in on quickness and strength. Actually, no, wait. I keep forgetting is we have enough essence for the wired reflexes, but we stopped that stream early because I was sleepy. Ah, but does wired reflexes make us better in the Matrix? Because if not, we should just pump up our muscles more. Get some more synthol. Let's go. Let's pop over. Well, no, let's not pop over. Let's pop over to the phone and buy that mag key. And then we'll pop over to Seattle Hospital and double check what the cyberware does. Hello? Gregory Wilms? Services? Device? No, this is wizard shit. See ya. Wilm Alessandro. Services. Magalock Passkey. 20,000 for a level 5. This guy's a fucking sweetheart. What a bargain. Easy money, chummer, I'll pay. My delivery boy will have it there in seconds. I don't know how that's possible, but neat. How do I get out of this phone call, though? Nice chatting with you. I think the only thing we have right now is, let's get out of here, Justin. We have Cyber Eye, Smart Link, and then a couple muscle replacements. 3 muscle replacements, technically. I could fit 2 more muscle replacements. I'd actually have more muscle replacements than Winston if we go forward with this, but it completely hinges on if the wired reflexes work in the Matrix. We have a level 5 Maglock Passkey, so beyond the fact that my charisma's dog shit, and we're always going to set off the alarm when they ask us for our ID, we're in great shape. It's a shame the fake IDs don't work all the time, because if they always worked but broke when you left the Matrix, I would still pay for that. Another man's in love with our V-neck. What an amazing shirt. If the illegal corp badge worked no matter what and then just was invalid when you left the corp, I would just grind the 10,000 new yen to make the corporation run that much easier, but they're not guaranteed to work, and they expire when you leave, so they're bugged in 2 ways. I need a few services. And we are going for melee on Winston, Harley. Because I've never done it before, and then we had to use a special Game Genie code to fix the bug where if you have a certain cyber combination, you die in 1 hit when you're melee. Implanted neural boosters and adrenaline stimulators, which increase combat speed. I don't think that will work in the Matrix. So I think we just want to go with the muscle. I think we want to go with the, I don't know, like, this protects us from black ice, but you only fight black ice very rarely in the Matrix, so I think we'll get the most bang for a buck on just being super high quickness. Yeah, there's no way to fix that melee bug by actually playing the game if you end up with that particular cyberware mix, but there is a Game Genie code. Someone managed to make a Game Genie code that stops that bug from happening. I think it basically just like locks in the stat that rolls over normally that gets you killed in 1 hit, so they just some invisible response stat, and then the guy figured out that it rolls over with the cyberware, so he just locks that stat in so that can't happen anymore. And then you can actually melee decently with Winston and other characters, I'm sure Stark or the Joshua protagonist. Yeah, I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go with 2 muscle replacements. I just have giant Popeye wrists, so I type fast. Implanted neural boosters and adrenaline stimulators. This is just one of those things, right, where I say double muscle replacements, and then like tomorrow a guy's gonna watch the VOD and be like, "No, you're supposed to go wired reflexes," but too late. I'm just. I already possess the cyborg. Apparently, you can't get more than 4 muscle replacements. That sucks. I guess I would go double dermal. I'm actually. I'm probably wired better than Winston, but the wired reflexes takes up so much. Like, I think the wired reflex is almost mandatory for melee, or you won't punch fast enough, but I am fucking wired up. I'm a goddamn robot. I have 0.1 essence. I'm basically soulless. I have 10 quickness. I have 6 strength. I don't feel fast. I mean, I'm definitely faster than like a base Joshua, but I don't feel super fast. There's a disturbance up ahead. Gang's going pro. Yeah, I think we will. I think we'll go to Redmond and max out our body, which would be what? Well, at 8 body. Computer, and then we do need reputation. We need 5 or 6 reputation to get into Icarus Descending, but I have a feeling Caleb won't even talk to us until we make some story progress. I might be mistaken on that. I'm not sure if he'll talk to you right away if you got a high rep. Grenades are for sale? No, absolutely not. Winston won't leave us in Redmond either, so we can get some. Because Winston's not at 12 yet. Winston's not at 12 melee. Which I think I've said, and despite the fact that we've been playing for like a week now, I never bothered to triple check if the stat is... No, sorry. I say it about once a night, and someone always corrects me, is that it should be just your hit rate, your melee combat stat. Looking for work, community of ghouls, how fucking dare you? Little Chiba to the Halloweeners. Yeah, we managed to sneak in earlier with Freya, and Caleb wouldn't talk to us. But I could never remember when I was younger, because I think... Actually, it makes sense, because when I was younger, I'd use Phantom or Rihanna Heartbane. So that would explain how I got into Icarus Descending ahead of schedule. But yeah, I was under the impression you needed to do like Ito Ogami or something before Caleb gave a shit about you. Greenhouse to the little Chiba. Ah, fucking ghoul runs. Just the balance of the game is off just enough that ghoul runs are not worth it. I mean, if you were purposely not decking, maybe, but if you're comfortable with the Matrix at all, ghoul runs aren't worth it. I mean, corp runs aren't worth it if you're comfortable with the Matrix. There's no reason to do any run beyond. Well, really, there's no reason to do a run. Just do what I do. Just grind karma in Redmond Barrens and then run through this story. Nuke plant to the rat's nest. think there's a Halloween on this side of that wall. Yep. We got some nice walking around money, and it's good because I think I need to... That's right, Justin. The Redmond runs always give 1 karma no matter what. And because they're so easy and you never have to take a cab, it's probably the least risky way to grind karma. Almost every other Johnson, you'll have more travel time. So for the time spent, you won't make as much money. You'll make way more money if you leave Redmond, but you get the quickest karma, I think, in Redmond. Unless you do wacky shit like only take package retrieval runs, and there's a trick you can do apparently where you just like turn invisible and search every safe on the first floor and then leave the corporation and go back in. Looking for some work. Rat's Nest of the prison. That's close. It will be fun the next time I fight a Black Ice and I'm just comically muscly. Even my persona's big. Like a fucking Tom and Jerry character. Well, 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 City Hall, we meet again. You're looking a little big this time, Joshua. That's right, I have 8 body. I think I might have to just control Winston. The other good thing about the high body on Joshua is if he gets fucking a shotgun to the chest in these corporation runs, he won't drop on us. Jump house to Little Chiba. But I might just control Winston. I might just control Winston so we can get in there and start swinging properly. Where am I taking this? Little Chiba? Yeah. A lot of cocaine goes to Little Chiba these days. Cocaine goes in and then cybernetic penises come out. Oh, a medkit and some pocket Nuyen. Dumbo chum. How much karma do we even have? I see you. Crime Alley right there. It's where the murder happens. A steaming mug of soy calf would be just whiz. I mean, really, I need... That should get us into Icarus. Nice. See, right now we have 6 body total, so we're already at the max for human. We can go higher. Not quite at 10. You know what, we're going to go biotech just because she's really the least damage. I mean, armor doesn't protect you from magic, which is why it's great to have a shaman, but I think the Predator Heavy Pistol's probably on par with her mana zaps when they hit. I want biotech. You know what? Actually, no, wait. We were really close on Winston, weren't we? Yeah, let's get Winston to melee 10, and then we'll go see if we're allowed to talk to Caleb. Community of Ghouls? No. Does this version still have the bug where you need to upgrade your stats before Cyberware? I hope not, because I've been doing it the other way. Halloweeners to the weapon shop. We're actually at a lot of money if that bug's true. I mean, it's probably functioning correctly, right? Because Winston's at incredible power. I don't think he'd get incredible power with just 9 strength. Weapon shop to Boris's greenhouse. Did the run backwards. And if he tries anything cute, you wax him. Yeah, like I need your fucking permission to murder everybody I see in Redmond Barrens, dude. Rat's nest of the greenhouse. You at 20 yet, homie? You are. All the names are likely some sort of reference, Justin. Melee combat 10, so he has an incredible chance to hit you. Christ, one more run. I can get the body 5. It's always one more run, right? That's how they get you. That's why the game is so fun. There's one more Shadowrun. Just a quick one. Halloweeners to the greenhouse. Whoops, sorry, townsperson. There's just a fucking big party of Boris's tonight. Everybody wants to go there. I need some magazines. I probably could have taken the clips from the others and just transferred them to Joshua, but too late. One more run was all we need on the body. Now we can go to Icarus Descending. Although a cup of soy calf would be whiz about now. Actually, hang on. I think technically if you want to go to the hospital, you go to Renraku because they drop you off right at the entrance, whereas downtown and Penumbra, they put you in the center of the zone or somewhere dumb. Perfect. Let's try our luck here. I'd like to go in. We're quite full this evening. Fuck you. Fucking elves. 5 reputation does not cut it, which means I need 12 karma. Ooh. You know what? On principle, I want to get Aragorn. Because, well, 12 karma is 12 runs, but that's going to take a bit. We might as well try to accomplish something. I want to say, Justin, I might be full of shit, but I think you might get passive reputation for story checkpoints. That sounds made up, actually, now that I say it. Let's save our game here. We got a lot of med kits to revive everybody. Save game 1. Here we go. Aragorn is, I don't even know where he is. He's either on the top floor or the second top floor. Mitsuham, I think, is only 4 or 5 floors, so we'll go this way this time. Since I always get caught by a fucking security guard that way and I have no choice, we're going this way. Second the fight starts, we become Winston. Then the juice is loose. Show me some ID, pal. You show me some ID. Never works. Yeah, good luck trying to shoot me, dude. Half of my fucking body's metal. Alright, the part where we don't take insane amounts of damage on the first volley is great. Because that was a problem before, as we were kind of glass cannons against fucking heavily armored corporate security. You find nothing! Alright, let's try our hand at this Matrix this time. Try not to get stuck this time, you two, you fucking bozos. The downside of having high quickness is they fucking get snagged on everything. But I mean, there's no reason to split up. Level 2, I don't care. I have a key. I'm going in.
Accepted.
And it is going to be fucking tricky. Pass active alert. I got to get all the way to the CPU. And I guess keep an eye out for red data stores. We might as well make some pocket change while we're here. Mitsuham is kind of a dump, though. They might not have red data stores. It's the CPU that worries me. Actually, we normally get dropped by that trace and dump, don't we? This is the real test. There we go. I'll check these ones right behind it. Grab a little bit of that red data. Oh, this feels like a red node on a no alert. That feels like a red. I was right. Because why would you put such high-level ice guarding garbage? There's nodes for cameras? Yes, Justin. But the problem is, you know, if you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound. You might as well just go right to the CPU. So we're going to get Aragorn, and a good deed is its own reward, but also the tens of thousands of million we'll get from the stolen data files. Aragorn's kind of an asshole anyways. I think, really, you just do it so David Allefeather helps you. No available storage. See ya, man. Christ, did I leave it on yellow alert?
Accepted.
Oh, yeah, we canceled alert. We didn't crash system. We have to crash system to break the doors. I forgot. Yeah, this is an orange 5 node, and it's protected by a trace and dump level 6, which is pretty decent. I want to see what the... Oh, shit. I don't have full health, but... It's a black ice level 8, and there's no alert. No, sir, it is an active alert right now. Think we can burn him before he gets me, except he did that. He's going to get at least one free attack off. He might fucking fry me here. Ooh, thank God. I think that one was going to hit me too. Crash system. Cancel alert. Crash system. Only for that floor, unfortunately. Whoa, that's a good heal. They can't set the alarm off even if they wanted to. Please don't fuck around over here. I think the elevator's right over here. And we might as well just take it all the way to the top and work our way down. We're not looking for a package or anything. No need to fuck around on these lower levels. Yep. Massive corporate headquarters. 5 floors. Maybe it's a sprawling compound, and I just specifically only deal with this one section of it. All right, everybody, keep an eye out for a belligerent Native American man. Show me some ID, pal. You show me some ID. You managed to convince him. I hope everything's okay, sir. Get the fuck out of the hallways. Well, that's a bad sign. 100 million. Christ. That guy sees us again. He's going to ask for ID again. Oh, no. A scientist walks by, deep in thought. Well, goodbye. Probably could have asked where Aragorn was, but... No. You find nothing. I think there's a chance that these saves can set the alarm off, so I should stop doing this. I got a good feeling about this room. Well, that's why I have no intuition. He's just standing haphazardly. There you are. If it isn't my old friend, generic NPC sprite. Walking into the room, you startle Aragorn to his feet. His eyes search the room frenetically for an escape before focusing on you. His brow furrows in puzzlement as he realizes you're on his tormentors. I'm going to get you out of here, chum. Aragorn's puzzlement turns instantly to anger. I don't need your help, foreigner. And with that, Aragorn runs from the room with adrenalized speed. Okay. See you later, homie. We were so close. We were so close to pulling it off the first time. We basically just need to make it in the elevator and walk down this hall. Walking Bear, can you, do what your fucking name is and get over here? I think we'll have to recrash the first floor, but we are out of here. Sir, get out of the way. Show me some ID. You fucking had your chance to walk away. Shoot him right in the windpipe. Hey, did you go to the fucking soda machine, Winston? What the fuck was that? Dude! Meanwhile... Fucking work the solar plexus. There you go. Alright, I don't want to hack again, so let's just hide in the lobby and hope for the best. Get over here, everybody. We're leaving. Just stay cool. I mean, Joshua's not technically UCAS. I don't think they explicitly state it, although maybe it's hard to travel between countries. 2050. Just a little bit longer with this delightful alarm klaxon and we can be on our way. Pray a guard doesn't walk by because I think that just refreshes the alarm timer. Perfect. We can. Well, we don't need to heal. Oh, Christ. We need to go to Shadowrun, though, and our contract is... No, wait. We established before that if I don't have a criminal record, the helicopter's way too expensive unless you're going to Sinsarock. I need to go to Council Island for a passport. Let's see if we trip the credit report. Oh, yep, because despite the fact that we broke the law and Lone Star stopped us, because they gunned us down in cold blood, that's not illegal. That wipes our record. Well, off we go. You want to get to the Amerindian lands? It's 100 million. Then they just drop you off and fucking burn rubber before the Hellhounds show up. I am a little concerned about this part of the game, because despite the fact that Winston's pretty fun to play and strong, is he has to stand right in front of a Hellhound's mouth to punch it. That's where the fire comes from. Still no luck, eh? Well, I must insist you keep searching. I just know that Aragorn is alive and in need of help. What? I freed your ungrateful brother. The station doors swing wide and Aragorn swaggers through, head held high. He speaks with arrogant dignity. I have returned, brother. The evil stain of Seattle was no match for me. His last few words quiver in his throat as he recognizes you. Tell me more about how he's a little shit. Owlfeather quickly clasps Aragorn in a huge embrace, winking knowingly at you over his brother's shoulder. Brother, welcome back to our land. Make yourself comfortable in the back so I can finish biz here. Aragorn strolls to the back rooms, pausing long enough to give you a warning glare over his shoulder. You must forgive him. He's much too proud to admit defeat. I, however, am grateful for his return. The best man to aid you is my honored elder, Spirit Eyes. He is wise in the way of things unseen. Go to the medicine lodge and talk to the shaman there. Tell him you wish to speak with our most wise one. Farewell, Joshua, and Godspeed on your quest. Thanks for the info, chum. You just keep your nose and these lands clean. There we go. And then we can get our quest from Spirit Eyes. Which, Christ, we need another passport, don't we? Because I think almost all 3 segments of the Spirit Eyes quest are all in Shadowrun. We need the scale for sure. The gargoyle horns we can get from a ghoul run. I would like to speak with your most wise one. I see. You'll find him outside the door. To your left. This is my right. Maybe it was his left. Hello. You come upon an ancient Amerindian sitting cross-legged near an open fire pit. Your breath catches in your throat as his eyes slide open and he turns to face you. Tell me more. His eyes are bottomless black pits that seem to hold the knowledge of centuries, the deep sadness of racial injustices, and a wealth of human compassion. This is Spirit Eyes. Welcome, stranger. Sit and let me look at you. You carry a heavy burden and travel in a strange land. Enemies surround you and you seek help. Is that not true? I hear you can help me find my brother's killer. I can and will help you, for your quest is noble to the spirit. We must seek the identity of your foe, for to know your opponent is half the battle. He learned that from G.I. Joe. However, I will need you to assist me in acquiring this information. In order to learn the name of your enemy, I must perform a complex ritual. I will need 3 key ingredients, and the task I ask of you is to gather them. What must I gather for your ritual? First, I must have the horn of a gargoyle, removed by your own hand. Heed my warning. Gargoyles are extremely tough and rarely attack alone. When you acquire this, return, and I will tell you more. We'll do a ghoul run on principle, and a gargoyle will eventually show up.
Shut him loud.
Okay. Now that I finally want one, Gunderson, give me a ghoul run. Gunderson. I know I explicitly said to never give me ghoul runs, but... well, here we are. Halloween is now. We could just go in. We could just go into the abandoned building and wait for Gargoyle to spawn, but we might as well get some money for our trouble.
Shut him loud. Shut him loud.
Making this real hard, Gunderson. Gunderson? Gunderson? There we go. 10 million, and we negotiated it up to a whopping 10 million per head. That honestly wasn't worth the time spent. We're going to control Winston just so I can start swinging. Keep an eye out for gargoyles, everybody. I think on the quest, the gargoyle will immediately drop the horn, but we might need to kill more than one. Ugh. Far too spooky of a soundtrack once that fucking guitar kicks in. Please don't get separated. A little concerned for the vampires. Actually, I don't think the vampires in here can cast magic. They just got a mean right hook. Joshua has to be the one to kill it? Oh no! Is that true? Joshua has to kill it. That's bad news. Because one, the gargoyle has to show up. And Joshua's going to be hard-pressed to do more damage than Walking Bear and Winston on a fucking gargoyle. Suppose I could put them both to max defense posture and they should run like babies when they see him. Yeah, we're just farming the gargoyle horn right now. We're on that part of the story. We might stand a better chance of him spawning in the wilderness, but I really don't like the caves. There you are. Someone took it. I heard something. Okay, wait a second. It would be a special item, wouldn't it? Group items, gargoyle horn, perfect. No, we've already caught one. Go away. What the hell is that? Another gargoyle horn. Another gargoyle horn. Neat. They'll just keep dropping them until we talk to Spirit Eyes. Well, let's get the hell out of here. Oh god, the Hellhound pelt. Hey. Fucking wizards. Most wise one, thank you. Well done, young warrior. The second end required is the pelt of a hellhound. These foul animals attack in packs, attacking lone travelers or defenseless groups. Remember, the pelt must be removed by your own hand. This might get tricky. Really, we just go to Shalashid and stand around, because I think the random events will happen literally just standing still until we get a hellhound. And, we might not do the full defensive posture thing. We might just fucking try to blast and then see if the pelt drops, because hellhounds don't fuck around. Where's the hospital here? I could use a little mental health. That's the restaurant. This is the hospital. Oh, this is the hotel. This is the hospital. The Council Island Hospital may have a rustic appearance, but they sport the latest in medical technology. You're approached by a nurse in leathers and moccasins. Yes, I got bit by a gargoyle or something. Thank you. I looked away from her for 2 fucking seconds and she switched to Mana Zap. I looked away for 2 fucking seconds and a wizard attacked me. Get out of here. I'm going right back in. You know what? I could have her heal me. Jesus Christ, Council Island really needs some fucking police. That was just silly. Just wizards and gargoyles hanging out outside. And then we'll get a passport and we'll save it and we'll fly out via taxi cab. We'll fly out to Shalashid. And then literally just stand here till we get a random event. I'll walk in circles. We have a lot of medkits, so as long as we don't get completely cut apart. Yeah, what is it? It's hellhounds. It's very angry Native American men or Bandersnatch. I think those are the events you'll get. Winston. You just taking a piss? Let's go. Where the hell are these random events now that I need one? Winston? Winston! What are you doing? Oh yeah, there's good encounters. It's like the people looking for an arrowhead that pay you, and then you'll find the elven hunters that can take you to Sinsarak. I really don't want to go inside a cave, but they are prone to appear in caves on their own without an encounter. What is going on? Alright, fuck this. We'll go in the cave. We'll tempt fate. Ugh. Too spooky. Like, why are there fire pits? Is that lava? Oh, this part might take a bit, especially with Winston fucking off. I saw you sprint back, mister. Oh, wait for more information. A tattooed man in a loincloth and buskins approaches, or buskins. You look lost. If you seek the Amerindian village or the Sinsarak, I can lead you there. This is amazing. Except, bit of a problem. I don't need to go there yet. He's not interested in talking. It's like, do you need help? No. Well, fuck you. Goodbye. Oh, yeah, holy shit. I'd like to fight some hellhounds, and I don't want to go to a fucking... It's like, they're always random events in hellhounds. It's either a random event or a random attack in a cave or just a random patrol in a corporation. There's not really a place I can go to force the situation. I forgot how big their village was. We're looking for an arrowhead, okay. Fire's not animated. And they live right next to a fucking cave. All sorts of wacky shit could come out of there. And let me tell you, I was one with nature on my gator shaman. Those caves didn't fucking care, so... These people must be in danger quite a bit. Here we go. Wait for more information. Bandersnatch. Winston? Yeah, they're invisible. Too bad Winston's fists aren't. There's a sudden disturbance up ahead. Wendigo. Wow. Better luck next time, fellas. I'm looking for an arrowhead. There you go. Reluctantly gives you 50 million. 50 million is such a shit reward if you've managed to get out here. Just angrily power walking around this village until hellhounds attack me. We're looking for an arrowhead. Just buy a gun. It's $50 a magazine. Ping pong around here waiting for this to happen. Oh boy. Well, I hope these hellhounds actually show up and I'm not just walking around this village for the rest of the night. Wait for more information. Hellhounds bound into the clearing and attack. Thank God. Yep, he did it. He fucking punched that hellhound in the face. You saw it. Incredible. They didn't breathe fire. Let's duck for cover. I don't want to fight more hellhounds right now. Remaining cool. You appear out of your hiding place to see a pack of hellhounds. Fuck you, give me that event back to back. Oh, now these guys are wired to shit and she heals them fully in one hit. Look out, hellhounds! Help! Why is nobody fighting them? Oh boy, this is why we have biotech. Actually, we're all in terrible shape here. This could go south in a hurry. But to be fair, I have the pelts. They can kill me. I can just take my money and, well, drop it for the dock wagon, but... Whoops. I'm just gonna hope that it works. Fucking hellhounds. Fucking hellhounds. Got him. Not too bad, because she wasn't fighting. She was healing. He just knocked out 2 hellhounds. Now we just gotta try to get Joshua before more fucking hellhounds appear. And then yourself is probably a smart idea. Man, she just cannot heal herself. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. Got enough hellhounds to make a coat. Duck for cover. You hide and see a small band of elf warriors continue past. We can fight hellhounds, though. That's pretty exciting. We won't get the shit kicked out of us when we're looking for Luke. I think the last step for Spirit Eyes is to find the scale of a feathered serpent, which is going to be a pain in the ass, so we'll probably leave that for next time while I can plot my course. The final task is at hand. Return with the living scale of a feathered serpent. The feather must be given freely, not taken, from the dragon to be of use. Return with this final item, and we will learn your opponent's name. Yeah, that's next time. Because there's a very specific path. If we're lucky, we might be able to just take a helicopter to Sinsarak and then work backwards, but even then. So now I just want some more rock armor to meet Caleb. How much should we get from those hellhounds? 6 karmas, not that great. I need 12 total to get to 6 rep. So 6 more runs. But look at that, the group kinda worked there. Joshua died pretty quick, unfortunately. Jump house to the prison. But Winston beat the shit out of everybody. Winston just fucking left. Nope. My reputation's high enough that he's not allowed to get away with that shit anymore. This is my favorite Genesis RPG. Probably a tie between this and Phantasy Star 4. They're really the only RPGs I played when I was younger. Jump house to Hollywood, yeah. I mean, there's really not a lot of RPGs on the Genesis. Unless you start, like, you know, widening your scope and you have stuff like Crusader of Senti, which I actually didn't play when I was a kid. But yeah, there's this, the Phantasy Stars, Sword of Vermilion. I don't like Shining Force. I didn't like Shining in the Darkness. Shining Force is a tactics game, not an RPG. Hotel the Little Chiba. Yeah, Sword of Vermilion. Sword of Vermilion is a little fucking... It was a weird game. It's like the complex, like, dungeon crawling of a wizardry game with that map, but then, like, the combat was purely skill-based. I never got past the first map in Sword of Vermilion. Never played Warsong. Someone's actually requested Warsong, but that's also a tactics game. There's a lot of obscure games. Like the most Sega games were not at the video store that I rented my games from as a child. Oh, now you want to give me a fucking Ghoul Run. Ghouls again. What are you doing to me, Gunderson? Weapon shop for the Halloweeners. Trying to think of some other Sega RPGs. Sega didn't have a bad library, just nothing really jumps out in my mind. Beyond Oasis? Yeah, Beyond Oasis was an RPG, I guess. A little cheaper to the greenhouse. Handle that for me, thanks, Winston. They had Might and Magic on the Sega, really?
Schattenlauf.
I got burned a lot, I guess, as a little kid. Like, I would rent, like,
Schattenlauf.
Sega Genesis games with cool box art, and they were just, like, ridiculously hard platformers or, like, overly convoluted games, like, I guess, like, Genesis Wizardry knockoffs when I didn't know how to play Wizardry. So I really moved on to renting just Super Nintendo games when I had a Super Nintendo. We're going through the Prison of the Halloweeners. That Chinese, to be fair, that Chinese RPG was released in like 2000. It wasn't originally made on the. It wasn't made when the Sega Genesis was a relevant system. You going here? Prison of the Halloweeners. Did I ever Let's Play Escape Velocity or Endless Sky? Neither of those games sound familiar to me. Finish that off for me, thanks, gang. Did I zone out of my 12 karma? I am at exactly 12 karma. Some Soykief would be whiz. 6 rep has to be enough. It's at least enough to get in. Or no, is it? Have I ever played Shining Force? I have Shining Force 1 and 2 on my channel. I enjoyed them.
Schattenlauf. Schattenlauf.
Shining in the Darkness was a game I got burned on when I was a kid. In retrospect, it's an interesting game. It's a fun game, but like that was a fucking hard game to play when I was a little kid. No map. It was Beggar Prince, Justin. Beggar Prince was a game developed to run on the Sega Genesis software, but it came in like 2000. I don't need to talk to Gunderson. We're going Icarus Descending. And if I can get an Icarus Descending for free, we can get some red flagged Matrix runs, and that's fucking big money. Because I'm a decent decker now. Hopefully I can get in and talk to Caleb, but our rep might be low enough that they charge us to go into Icarus Descending. Can I go in? So this is the Joshua that's tripping tongues. You should know we don't like to serve your type, but you seem to know how to take care of yourself. He steps aside and lets you enter. Hello? God damn it. I am snagged on something. What is it? Because we don't have Ito Ogami or anything. Tips and clues. Caleb Brightmore of Mr. Johnson, taking orders from another unknown Mr. Johnson, assembled Michael's team to go into the Shalashid. Tabitha speculates that we didn't go see Boris Orasco, yes, because we've actually seen Boris Orasco several times, but it's just to deliver his drugs. That's what the story segment we were waiting on was. And then, yeah, he can tell me who killed my brother, but we need the Feathered Serpent, so Boris is going to unlock the next chunk of story. Boris, Luke, and Caleb. Those are the 3 different threads of the story we're working on. I think this is a story trigger. I think Caleb just won't talk to us until we make some headway on the Renraku side of things. Hello, Boris. The only illumination in the greenhouse comes from the dirty skylights casting strange shadows. Seated at a cluttered desk is a wisp of a man hiding under a large hat. Come on in. Just slot your cred stick before we start talking. Hang on. Do you sell weapon permits? Information? Information's a commodity like anything else. I charge a flat fee of 500 yen for all my info. Yen up front. Okay. I'll talk to you later. What's your story, chummer? That'll cost you 100 yen to find out. He waits expectantly. Here you go, chummer. The name's Boris Rasko at your service. I'm a fixer, which means if you want something, I can fix it so you get it. With the proper monetary motivation added in, of course. I request but one thing. I've served time in Hollywood, so I'd appreciate it if you kept our business transactions to yourself. What items do you have to offer? Give me a hint about your needs, chum. You looking for equipment or firepower? Equipment. I'm a little short at the moment, but I have a couple items in good supply. I've got some excellent forgeries of Shalishid passports and a level 2 Maglock passkey for go fuck yourself. I understand you're in the Redmond Barrens, but go fuck yourself. Tell me about my brother. Tell me about my brother. It just occurred to me that your brother was in here a while back. He came in using the name Owlfeather, though I never believed that was really his name. I believe he bought a few high-powered weapons, lots of ammo, and a 4-wheel truck. Anyway, I wouldn't have thought twice about it until some Renraku hotshot started a bird dog. Never seen the suit before he came looking for your brother. He had lots of hired protection, but he looked like the most dangerous of the bunch. His name was Meiko Sochu. He applied some pressure, but I didn't give up your bro, I swear. I didn't know nothing except what he bought. Meiko must have gotten more info elsewhere. Thanks. Your mind mulls over this new information as you turn to leave. You're startled back to reality as Renraku's strike team breaks into the greenhouse. They're aiming for Boris, who attempt to run for cover. The leader seems to recognize you and immediately instructs his team to take you down instead. Well, moment of truth, Winston. Excellent work, Winston. Back we go. Boris appears much more nervous now that he survived Renraku's strike team attack. He doesn't let that get in the way of business, though. A sincere thanks for the save, chum. You gave me the distraction I needed to hop out the back. So, sit down and slot up. Guy's got to make a living, you know. I'd like to know more about my brother. I suggest you find Meiko Sacho. Now, how am I going to fucking find him? Renraku began harassing Boris after Michael had visited him to purchase equipment from Meiko Sachu. Meiko Sochu is heading the Renraku inquiry. I don't think we need to go on Renraku to find out about this guy. Let's try Mortimer Reed. He hasn't steered us wrong yet. Did Boris have a contact? I didn't see one. That's the hotel, which means I missed my turn. Fucking angled streets. I think Penumbra's supposed to be a fancier part of town than downtown Seattle. Information. Some questions. Do you know anyone by the name of Mako Sachi? Sure, Mako's a Renraku man. Used to be a project manager. I hear he's been in the doghouse lately. Something to do with his project getting fouled up. He's been running up quite a tab at Club Penumbra. Perfect. That's where Freya is, and because we might actually be able to get in for free at 6 Rep. I mean, if we can't get in for free, I can spare 75 million. Hey, don't think I don't recognize you. Hello. The man remains irate, and soon a Lone Star Patrol approaches to take care of the matter. They seem more interested in you, so the man quietly slinks off. Come here, son, we want to talk to you. Is this about the illegal body armor? Hey, Flick, I think this guy's packing. You got a permit for that illegal weapon? I don't. You admit you must have misplaced the document. In haste, you offer an on-site fine of 500 Nuyen to take care of any further problems. They accept your donation and leave. It's not a bad line of work, frankly. Avoid the dog fight. 500 Nuyen. And I'm rich, so I'll pay that fee. I'd like to go in. 75 Nuyen, that's fine. Once inside, you inquire about Mako. The bartender points out a young Oriental man sitting alone at a table. My God. God damn it, Seattle. I'm looking for Mako Sachu. Oh, you mean that Chinese feller? Yes, he's Asian, I guess. As you approach, Mako slowly glances up at you with distaste. Suddenly, his eyes widen in horror. Just as suddenly, you realize he's now looking behind you. Tell me more. Screaming lead explodes from the front of the club. You hear Mako cry out in pain as he dives for the floor. You turn to face a Renraku strike team, looking like they're gunning for Mako as much as you. Disco dancing. Just fucking kill them all. On the floor, Mako lies unconscious in a pool of blood. You rudely wake him from his crimson slumber, and he immediately begins to whine. I'll tell you whatever you want, but you need to get me to a doctor first. Get me patched up and I'll tell you everything. I'm just a company man. I follow orders, that's all. Talk now and bleed later, fragger. I want to know what happened to my brother. Mako winces at your onslaught. My orders were to track the runners and report on their activities. My team lost them in the forest just before they were killed. Renraku had nothing to do with their deaths. We wanted them alive. What can you tell me about Caleb Brightmore? The Mr. Johnson of your brother's team was an elf named Caleb Brightmore, but I am sure he was taking orders from another. He deals exclusively with big-time Shadowrunning talent. He hangs out at Icarus Descending. If you want answers about your brother, go to him. Why is Renraku involved? I was the project director for Operation Thon, searching the caves and forests for clues to some sort of tomb. Before you ask, I don't know what Thon means. Your brother's team became a top priority after they were hired by Caleb to do the same. We hoped they'd lead us to something. After the team was killed, Renraku spent more time following up on the situation. They even upped the resources to find out who killed them and why. I was immediately cut from the project after the forest incident, so I don't know anything after that. Renraku replaced me with a new project director. His name is Ito Ogami. Tell me about Ito Ogami. He flew out here a couple days ago after the forest fiasco. He's most likely staying at a local hotel. I hear he's a real nasty customer. If you want to stay alive, don't mess with him. Now please get me to a hospital. I need medical care or I'll die. Listen, that was a Renraku strike team that perforated you, and they'll surely find you in a hospital. Besides, I've seen people survive much worse than that scratch. Mako looks quite pale, but manages to give you a venomous glare. You shake your head in disgust and leave him to his own recourse. It's funny because I've been knocked the fuck out several times. You'll live. Renraku's after me, and I go to the dock wagon all the time. Check this. I think this is the only hotel in Seattle. This is the bar. Grenades for sale? No. Huh. Ito Ogami was not here. Talk to you later, chum. Let's just go see Caleb then. Caleb might be who tips us off about Ito. Grenades are for sale. Oh, talk about timing. Can I come in? Hey, Joshua, you've been on a lot of people's lips lately. I'd be careful if I were you, because some of those people are inside. Step this way. I'm pretty sure Ito Ogami is here in Matchsticks. I just don't remember how to trigger him. Let's go see Caleb. Now that everybody's been fucking talking about Caleb, maybe he'll finally talk to us. I'd like to go in. In the dark booth, you see a well-dressed elf. 2 bodyguards flank him. They seem ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. Tell me more. I'm Caleb Brightmore. I know you're looking for me, and sad to say, I also know why. I'm truly sorry about your brother's death. He was a good friend. Ours is a dangerous business. Too dangerous of late. Tell me about his last Shadowrun. Michael's mission was to seek out a specific cave for an interested party. Sadly, I don't know much more than that. They were warned of the dangers in traveling through the wilderness, but ambushes aren't part of your typical forest. His team was traveling on restricted lands when they were killed. As a result, the scene of the crime was closed to me. I believe the official cause was listed as death from superior firepower. As to who's behind all this, again, I know very little. I was only the agent in his final contract. I received my orders from an elf named Frosty, who in turn took orders from someone else. Alas, nothing ever as simple as it appears. I have been unable to learn more about her despite repeated attempts. As my reputation is not to bite the hand that feeds me, I'd suggest that you seek her out. I know she spends a lot of time up in the Pea Barrens, so you might seek her out there. That's all I can tell you regarding your brother. Is there something else I can do for you? Information? All you must do is ask. I'll answer as best as I can. I also have some contacts who may help, but I have to offer them something to show you're serious. They require 2,000 new yen up front. This might be both contacts. This might be the weapon permit and the Decker. I have a few powerful friends who could give you a hand. The first name is Sergeant Chillicut, my Lone Star contact. Here we go, Justin. He can make things simpler for you whenever Lone Star has some pull. Next, Kip David, a high-placed corporation Decker. He has extensive knowledge on corp systems and may even have a few black market icebreakers. Are you interested in either? Lone Star contact, please. Caleb deducts the amount from your cred stick and borrows your pocket secretary. As soon as we're done, I'll set things up. His number's ready for your use. More information? Corp Decker. Okay, information. Questions answered. I get new information all the time. Check back every once in a while and I'll see if I can help more. What can you tell me about someone named Thon? A new player in the Seattle Shadows. Nobody knows from where he came, but he's moved quickly to make a name for himself among the shadowy elite. His motives remain a mystery. Just the one thing different. Looking for some work. This run should be right up your alley. No, this one's not. I want a fucking big juicy Matrix run. Caleb's in his booth going over some paperwork. It's good to see you again, Joshua Sib. How can I help you? Work? Renraku? No. No. Only a fucking mad lad would go to Renraku for an extraction. That one's not as bad, but you really take the pay hit. 1,400 for Ares. Nope. I know of Thon, but I don't know who Thon is. So it's like you find out from the two different sides that you know about Thon. I have a Matrix run to contract out. Red flagged for expert runners only. That's me. Tell me more. USAS federal government has mages doing spell research. Bring me a copy of their project logs and you'll be paid handsomely. 6,000. Deal. I think I managed to negotiate an extra $5. I'm good at this. Mr. Johnson logs the... Yeah. We've already read that. He doesn't say it a different way if he gives us a recog code. Red flag for expert runners only. That means red data stores. He's like, I'll give you this contract for 6,000. It's like, come on, maybe an extra 5 so I can take the bus to my favorite terminal in the city. Only for you, Joshua Sib.
Passcode accepted.
We have a pretty strong deck. I'm not even sure how much stronger the other decks would get. The Allegiance? Or is it the Fairlight Excalibur is the best deck? Because we're on the Cyber City Alpha, and it's like we're fighting some pretty dangerous shit in this thing just fine. Probably an IO port to continue. That was a red IO port. Haven't seen one of those yet. Normally they're blue. But I mean, this is the federal government, isn't it? It would be nice to actually, I think once we complete the run, it deletes the IP. So we can never come back to it. Well, we can never come back to it for this run. That's outdated. I gotta be careful because we don't want to fucking trip a passive alert before we get to the CPU. I have a lot of bod, but it's still gonna be a no fucking around black ice guard in the CPU. I guarantee it. Red SPU, that's a goddamn... What are the circles? Slaves? No, the SPU is a slave. No, yeah, this is a slave module. They're usually dead ends. Yep, I can tell from this ice that it's a fucking dead end. Actually, that's a fast trace it's sending out. Wow. Maybe it isn't a dead end slave module. It is. Maybe this IO port goes somewhere. This is probably a dead end, though. It's not defended like a dead end. But it is. How the hell am I going to get to the CPU here? Probably that IO port of that slave module. Well, it's the only two nodes I haven't been to. But my money's on the slave module. Would a decker run be complete without the best deck? I mean, once we get the password to a system with a reliable red data store, it'll be a lot easier to buy. Because, I mean, you saw we were getting like 10,000 per node. So, I mean, if we can reliably hack a red data store and we're walking away with like 30, 40,000 new yen per run, we'll get that Excalibur pretty quick. There you are. Oh no. God damn it. That was probably a tar paper, because this is the federal government. Whew. Alert canceled. Alert activated. Oh my god. What data store do you think I should go for? This one, because we can come back pretty quick. Will I play the Saga Frontier Remaster on stream? I was thinking about it. Not day one. No available storage. What in the fuck? When did this happen? Uh-oh. What's my run info? I need to find the project files node. I forgot to sell last time. We're probably going to have to delete one of these to download our run file. Go sell and come back? I mean, we might as well, Justin. Management files. No, I wanted project files. Project files, so not this one. I'd kind of like to at least find our destination. Looks like all these data stores are red, which is fucking great. It's a weird sort of like chicken egg thing, is because the Excalibur has a shitload of memory, but why do I need memory? I don't need to sell data anymore. I bought a fucking $250,000 Nuyen deck. I'm done spending money on this run. I think the map will stay identified if we jack out and jack back in with a passcode. But I would very much like to fucking figure out what data node I'm going for. Ah, forget it. We'll just leave. 7,500.
Path accepted.
But we have to refight all the my deception's only level 4. I probably don't want to try to trick this thing.
Code accepted.
Harry Nips does it again. It did remember the nose.
Passcode rejected. Passcode accepted.
Shadowrun. And then I'm going to cut around. No, I'm going to go the way we came. That's the shortest path still. There's tar paper 6 is going to suck because I don't want to fucking hit a red. I always call it red alerts. I don't want to hit an active alert before we're on the CPU. Okay, if we can survive this black ice, we can... Oh shit, I forgot to heal myself again. We might not be able to survive this.
Active alert.
God damn it. You know what? On principle, no. I got fucking KO'd by that. I don't care. It's only supposed to trigger the tar paper on a fail, but it's just... Oh, that... I almost never fail my attack. I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical I actually failed my attack and triggered that tar paper. But yeah, he didn't have full health, so there's no way we're gonna fucking stand a chance against that black ice.
Passcode accepted.
And that for sure would have been a tar pit. Like, that's the end of the run. That's the end of the run if you get tar pitted by the CPU. I want to see the stats on that, because unless that's like a black ice level 9, there's no reason I should be failing every time I fight that node. What is this? I mean, it's a red. It's a red 7. The black ice is only 5. That's fucking crazy I'm tripping that tar paper.
Active
That is such a load of shit. That was half my health. Holy fuck. I have max evasion. This guy is just really fucking me over. It gains 2 levels. When I go to active alert, I'm gonna get fucking burnt out here. No! It's the tar paper. I can fight a level 5 black ice, but the fucking time lost reloading the attack program, my god. I really regret jacking out earlier. We should have just deleted those files.
path accepted.
Oh, that tar paper keeps fucking me. And it shouldn't. I should be able to hit a level 5 node. Oops. Can I feed it a different program? It's not really that. Like, I could feed it a deception just to keep the attack loaded. That buys us one attack, basically, but it'll still set off the active alert. It's the fact that the black ice gets boosted. Because when we go to active alert, the program gains 2 levels, which I don't care for. Because statistically, I shouldn't be failing my attack that often against level 5 black ice. Unless the difference between an orange node and a red node is huge, which it must be. Just going off the data prices. I'd like to deal with Ito Ogami tonight, but I can't remember what the triggers to make him appear.
Rejected. Rejected. Rejected.
Let's do neutral, maybe. Maybe that's a better hit rate. Too late, he's dead. Well, anecdotal right there. Neutral stance had a much better hit rate. And I don't think that's true. I think the full offense lightning bolt has the best hit rate. Fuck you. These tar papers.
Passive alert.
Really, the tar paper only set us to passive.
Alert.
Alright, that's the problem. We gotta go right back and set the alert off.
Alert. Cancel.
That's gotta be outdated files. No project files. I'm going on quite the adventure still, these data stores. You might be right, Justin. It was project files. For some reason I wrote it off because it wasn't read. I only want 60s. But I mean, we suppress the ice. We can go back at our leisure. Oh, give me a single goddamn 60 megapulse before I go. Fine, be that way.
Passive alert.
We'll download that just so we have enough room on the deck for it. Only 20 megapulse. Cancel that alert and just send me to any node. What's the closest node? This one, honestly. The one we were just at, the financial data. Don't get back there.
Alert. Cancel.
God damn it. I'll settle. I'll settle for 50s now. This is taking forever. I'll lower my expectations. Not lowering it to 20 megapulses, that's for sure. Good God.
Active. Alert. Alert. Cancel.
Give me something good here, please. Ugh. I'm really lowering my expectations now. No, not that much. I'm not that desperate. Oh shit, we're gonna get kicked out here.
Active. Alert. Alert. Cancel.
Think the deck's full. No, I have a lot of room. Wow, what the fuck? I'll take that. $1,000, $10,000, 7,500. Not too bad. Like, there you go. That was almost 1/10 of an Excalibur. Oh, by the way, we need to call those people, don't we? I'd like to go in. What is the other hotel? Maybe the Space Needle would give me Ito Ogami? Much thanks for the run, Joshua. Caleb's completely professional as well as pleasant with the transaction. Is there anything else I can help you with? Information? Questions? Nope. No. A moderate matrix run to be contracted. A legal firm is threatening me with a trial. I need you to go into their system and delete my case file. Return here to collect payment when this has been accomplished. For $2,500, sure. And that gives us karma, too. Get out of the way, you two. Jesus, what? Ugh. There we go. Let's call up our new phone friends. They have 14 karma. He has 27, because I think we're actually getting some pretty good karma for a red flag matrix run. One reason not to milk it and just turn it in for a fresh one is you get the karma. 27, so we can get 11 melee combat. He's almost maxed out in his main stat. Then we can start to go into grenades. For no real reason. We shouldn't, but oh well, too late. We're looking for another hotel. Or maybe my notebook will give me a clue. Spirit Eyes. Mako's orders. After the team's demise, a new project director to replace Mako's name is Ito Ogami. We can go try to find Frosty, but I think Frosty's a different thread. So Frosty won't help us gain any, It appears he's some form of law official. What's going on here? Lone Star undercover. You say so, sir. I won't check for any ID. Sergeant Mackelman. Sergeant Chillicott. Detective Chillicott, to whom am I speaking? I am a friend of Caleb. I see. This is my private line, so you don't have to worry about security leaks. Go ahead, I don't have all day. I'd like to procure your services. I suppose you have some trouble with Lone Star you want me to deal with? Or do you need my help entering Hollywood Correctional? Or perhaps you need a weapon permit? I would love to get a permit. I should have guessed. You need to carry around deadly SMGs and weapons for hunting. Give me 10,000 New Yen and I'll put in your permit. Then you don't have to worry about Lone Star patrols flagging you down anymore. Easy money. Chummer, I'll pay. Okay, John Wayne, you're cleared to bring out the heavy artillery. Just don't kill anyone that doesn't deserve it, okay? We'll see. I don't even know if I have a criminal record. Need another chance? Do you 5,000 New Yen? Sure. Done. A word of advice. Don't be sloppy and I won't have to do this again. Goodbye. I don't even think I have a criminal record. I think he takes the money no matter what. Is this abandoned? This is the Space Needle. Old man with shitty teeth. What was the name? Kip David was the name of the Decker. See what kind of fucking ridiculous programs he wants to sell. An eternity passes as the vid phone beeps the other end. Finally, Kip connects. I'm kind of busy. Can we do this another time? No. All right, only if it'll be quick. I'm working on a really whiz program, and I don't want to lose my train of thought. So I suppose you want to know the secrets of Matrix running the corpse? Or I could sell you a couple of programs I just finished. Or are you interested in the hottest cyberdeck on the market? Matrix? Check. Since your friends at K-Lab, I'll fork over the info. The first thing to know about corp systems is that they're juiced up to the max. The corps have all the money in the world, so every one of their systems is pretty much maxed out. And they're not fools because they have people like me working for them. A lot of that sloppy system construction you've seen earlier does not happen here. The key to the corps is high-powered software and a lot of skill. Without both of those, the black ice will fry you so fast it'll make your deck spin. Experimental programs. You may have heard of my latest inventions. They're called Rebound and Degrade. I've heard some lower hackers have been pirating my earlier versions, but I've improved them, and they're much better than before. In case you haven't heard of them, Rebound bounces the enemy ice's attack back at it, allowing you to do more damage in less time. Degrade attacks the node's security rating, making all programs effective. They cost 30,000 each. I would like to buy Degrade, but that's a lot of fucking money. Tell me about the Cyberdeck? I've got a small supply of one of the rarest things in the sprawl, a Fairlight Excalibur deck. It's awesome. Nothing can touch it unless you believe the propaganda Fucci is spreading. I'll be willing to part with it for 185,000 New Yen. Well, that's even less than Justin said. I want to say maybe if you side with the Mafia, they'll sell you Fairlight Excaliburs at the crime mall. That might be a fever dream. Anyway, goodbye. How do I get out? Goodbye. I could not have afforded Degrade anyway, so. God damn it, the what hotel does Ito Ogami live at? It's this one. I completely forgot about this hotel. Oh no, Mr. Ogami just left for his meeting. His private car was headed for Matchsticks. If you hurry, you might just make it. I think you would need considerable negotiation for it to be a better deal than Kip David. There's Matchstick. We can get this sorted out. That's a nice note to end the stream on. I'd like to go in. You push your way into the club. Ito and a group of corporate types are having a meeting around a large table. Ito sees the deadly intent in your eyes and calls warning to the others. The suits scramble from the booth, fumbling amorously for their guns. Ito produces an Uzi, expertly handing its bulk as the others move to his defense. Even though you just wanted Ito, it seems these guys are looking for death by association. Not smart, fellas. Unfortunately, it's not reflected in his picture that he got fucking disemboweled by Winston. Ito's leaden body and numerous papers lie scattered about. Being a sophomore for opportunity, you grab all you can. You find a holopix of Michael and a heavily cybered Amerindian. The holo's composition suggests it was shot without their notice. A date and timestamp on the lower corner reveal it was taken on the morning before Michael's death. A holopix labeled crime scene. This shows the scene where Michael and his team were ambushed. No survivors is written across the bottom. Surveillance report. Subject Stark spent most of his time away from the group preparing for the run on his own. Once underway, he was most at ease in the woods. However, he was constantly on edge, as if he knew something was wrong. Subject Vigor was extremely hard to follow, as he's expert at covering his trail. Appears to work for Thawne, tracking leads and confirming information. Suspected to be a top aide, but this is unconfirmed at present. Amidst the papers, you find a Renraku Corp issue cred stick with a balance of 10,000 million. You quickly download the money to your cred stick before Renraku can issue a hold on the funds. The last item is a passcode for Ito's personal computer system written on a scrap of paper. Not a good thing as far as security is concerned, but a lucky break for you. It's an amazing break for us. We should be able to fry his system really quick before we stop for the night. Made some wonderful story progress today. Come quickly, my master needs help. Okay. The I-5 see you and scatter immediately. The mage addresses you. Thank you for your help. Anytime, homie. Except sometimes, because I turned your watcher down once and he was very upset. Still have a couple spare predators in my belt. I need to sell those.
Passcode.
Ito's passcode. No ice at the entrance. What a rookie. Oh, black ice. Watch out, he's a Renraku suit. Little piece of shit, though. I think we just ripped something from the data stores here, but let's grab the CPU to be safe. No ice because of the password? I don't think that's true because run passcodes can send us to systems that have ice on the entrance. Oh god, which one would have my brother's info in it? Black ice on this too, you fucking black ice. Tar paper and black ice, a deadly combination. No! We're fine. Just enough to get me back on my feet. Get back in there, champ.
Passcode accepted.
I might just switch over to full defense, and that's like the little dart. Tar paper my fucking ass. That might be the smartest play, to just use the full defense posture against black ice. Purely anecdotal, but yes, it seems to be doing well. I'm taking a lot less damage too, but he's gonna get his 2-level boost here. Now it hurts like hell. Oh god. This is probably the node too, thank god. Project files. Transferred. Let's leave. I don't want to get kicked out. God damn it. Cancel alert, yellow alert. Cancel alert, yellow alert. There's something about my brother somewhere on this system. Browsing the data store, you find an interesting file that you download to your notebook. And we're going to grab some reds because I like money. I think we keep this password indefinitely, so you could slowly get rich off these reds.
Active alert. Alert canceled.
Look at that, though. We got Meiko Sochu, we got Ito Ogami, we got the file from the system, got most of the Spirit Eyes quest done. We became friends with Caleb Brightmore. Things are really cruising along now. Give me a goddamn 60 megapulse file already. 40 again. 30? Oh no.
Active alert. Alert canceled.
There's a 60. I'll take a 50. Just so we're not here all night.
Active alert. Alert canceled.
$20. I'll take a 50. Whoa. That sucks. $2,500 useless, $2,500 useless. Ugh, ugh. Not good for a red. What do we find off the Ogami system? Renraku suspects Viger and Jarl are working for Thon. You have Ito's personal passcode. It's quite possible that all his information still in those data stores. With Ito dead, maybe you should... Maybe we should just attack Renraku and maybe... 2. VP of R&D from Ito Ogami. The tomb of Elysia is confirmed to be somewhere in the Shalashid. Thon is certain the tomb contains powerful magical artifacts we can profit from. You know, I'm not sure if there's more files in his system. We might want to hit up each data store. But that's a problem for next time, I think, because this is a great spot to end on. At 45,000 new into our name, we have... There's 3 main threads of the story, and we've made great progress on all of them, right? Yeah, Spirit Eyes we're near the end of. Well, we haven't done any Frosty shit. Let's go pay a visit to Frosty. I think that's the third thread. Because I think it's... 1 is Spirit Eyes, which we're almost done, then 1 is dealing with Renraku, and then the 3rd one is dealing with Frosty and Cincerock. I might be mistaken. It's been a long time. She should be at the Terraslar City Inn. I'm looking for an elf named Frosty. I haven't seen her in a couple of days, but that's not too unusual. If you're in a hurry, you might try the Cincerock lands south of the Amerindian village. Story is she went through some harrowing ritual to become a tribal member. 31. Whoa! Had some karma slip in there somewhere, huh? Get that body. Deal with our black ice fucking problems. This is max. I mean, I don't think we need more reputation now that we go into Icarus Descending. And our reputation should be high enough now that when Renraku strike teams will attack us on the street. Somebody noted that when they watched my last Let's Play, because I never up my reputation until I need to for the story. So I get Renraku strike teams pretty late in my playthroughs. 31. He's almost done. He's almost all meleeed out. And then she should have... holy shit, where did that all come from? 9 biotech, 9 sorcery. Good for her. And we have enough money, I can take a helicopter right up to Sin's Rock, because I think if you can get to Sin's Rock, they'll escort you back to the highway for free. Sharky. I need to go all the way to Sin's Rock. Only 5,000 Union? That's a fucking bargain when you consider all those caves. Easy money, chummer, I'll pay. Okay, hotshot, I'll meet you there in 10. Climb aboard and I'll have you there faster than you can say vertical takeoff and land. She arrives on schedule and you soon arrive in the wilderness. Hello? Oh, right, because I think they have a fucking quest I have to do. An armed elven guard stops you at the gate. Hold it, round deer. This land is no longer UCAS. It belongs to the Sinsarak elves and is governed by our tribal elders. You, Sirrah, are not a tribe member, so take your leave. May I speak with the tribal elders? Sure. I will show you to the Lodge of the Elders. Thanks, chum. The elven elders grant your request for an audience and assemble quickly in the lodge. Lady Gillian Morningsong presides over the council and listens as you relate your search for your brother's killers. She frowns when you ask her to tell you of Frosty's involvement. You'd have us trust you, but these are such difficult times. You come from great distance, and you say your need is great. We're willing to accept your testimony, if you prove worthy. Will you agree to be tested? Yes. Excellent. Although we may not see into your heart, we can see its reflection. We can then judge if you're worthy to be a friend of the Sinsarak and learn its secrets. We must undergo the ritual of binding. This ritual has 3 parts. If you complete them all, you'll have proven yourself to us, and you will become a member of the tribe. Only then can we tell you what you wish to know. The first is the trial of friendship. Take this bundle to the Amerindian village. Deliver it under the hands of the Red Buffalo woman. Thus you'll prove your friendship. If you wish, I could call one of our cops to off patrol to fly you back to the highway. For 1,000 Nuyen? Whiz, chum, it will save me much needed time. The Nuyens downloaded from your cred stick and a copter is called in. After a brief but exhilarating flight skimming the treetops and zipping through rocky crags, you find yourself back at the highway. Yeah, this is a great time to be a decker because we can use that pocket change to avoid most of the wilderness. The only time we really need to go into the wilderness is to get the feathered serpent. Duck for cover? The ground trembles. Well, fucking Wendigo. Get the fuck out of here. Beat it. That actually hurt like hell. Poor Joshua. We're looking for an arrowhead. Okay. Duck for cover. Hellhounds. Stay cool. Get the fuck out of here. That's right. That actually was incredibly close. Holy shit. Good thing I didn't look at my health till the very end. More hellhounds! Oh no! Well, that's one way to end the stream. Gangbanged by hellhounds. Well, we can use this pocket change to get the others back. I'm not too upset, frankly. We're making great progress. I'm rich. We can hire those people back. Pretty much the only part of the game that troubles me is going into Renraku, which we'll have to do at least once. Probably twice, but we might be able to only pull it off with one Renraku run if I know what I'm doing. And then going through the wilderness to get the scale of the feathered serpent. That's going to suck. But other than that, we're doing quite wonderful. And I'll see you next time with more Shadowrun. Let me save my game, and then we can call it a night here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hang on, there's a sudden disturbance up ahead. Ooh, that's not what I want to see when I'm by myself. You'll never take me alive. Literally, I have the dock wagon wristband. I don't think I can go through their fucking armor. It's really bouncing off, huh? Come on, you bastards. Nope, they got me. There's still a rope tied around my waist, and they just pulled me back into the hospital. I mean, that was a little bit of money we didn't need to lose, so I think we'll load our game. And then we'll pretend this is where we stop. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. No Renraku strike teams, hopefully.